video on Alcoholics Anonymous. I made this for you. I chose this group because it's also the group that I attended for our other assignment, and I was really impressed with them. In the video, I'll go over the need for the group, how to start the group, and the goals. Additionally, I will cover some anticipated issues and appropriate techniques you might need to be aware of. We will cover group members' roles, ethical considerations, and the theoretical basis of the curriculum developed for AA. I'll have some research references and how to get involved at the end of this video. I should mention that I have the highest respect for this program, its heritage, and the people who attend. However, I could not make this video without adding a bit of personal style and humor. I hope I do not offend anyone. After having been at the AA group I went to, I really enjoyed the humor of its members and wanted to reflect this in the video, so here we go.
You're watching Channel 2 News with Andrea Anderson. We come to you from Hawkinson, Washington with breaking news. Today's story, big words, the effects of alcoholism.
Thank you, Erica. Alcohol is the #1 drug problem in America today. There are more than 12 million alcoholics in the U.S. 3/4 of all adults drink alcohol, and 6% of them are alcoholics. Americans spend $197 million each day on alcohol. In the United States, a person is killed in an alcohol-related accident every 30 minutes. A 2000 study found nearly 7 million people ages 12 to 20 were binge drinkers. 3/4 of all high school seniors report being drunk at least once. Adolescents who begin drinking before the age of 15 are 4 times more likely to become alcoholics than their counterparts who do not begin drinking until age 21. People with higher education are more likely to drink. Higher income are more likely to drink. It's a problem, people, and we need an answer. Story time with Sally and her stick people. Hi, I'm Sally. In 1914, Lois Burnham,
Honey, I think the ham is done.
a college-educated woman from an affluent family, met and fell in love with Bill Wilson, a young man of modest means.
I don't got a lot of money.
They married in 1918,
Marriage.
and after his return from World War I, the two set out to build a life together. Lois worked as a nurse.
Let me take your pulse.
Bill struggled to find his niche.
What is it?
Lois believes that Bill is destined for greatness,
He's the best.
and despite his increasing reliance on alcohol,
Chug, chug, chug.
she showered him with love and support.
Love and support, love and support.
Eventually, Lois persuaded a friend's husband to hire Bill as a financial firm.
Please.
By 1927, Bill was working on Wall Street, and the couple was living a luxurious lifestyle.
Should we eat at Red Lobster or the Hilton tonight?
But despite Lois's valiant efforts to control his drinking, Bill's addiction to alcohol spiraled out of control. Soon, his job and their lifestyle and their dreams were all gone.
Where is it?
In 1935, after years of struggling to cover for Bill and trying desperately to manage his disease
It's kind of a big deal.
by herself, Lois finally saw him get and stay sober.
Hooray!
Not through her help, but through the support of a fellow alcoholic, Dr. Bill. Sobriety and co-founded Alcoholics Anonymous,
We'll talk more about that later.
Lois began to feel neglected.
No one about me.
Bill got and stayed sober without her help, and she felt isolated and resentful.
I tried for years to help him. Why didn't it work?
Lois soon discovered that she was not alone
Not anymore.
in her isolation and anger,
Grr.
and that there was a vast number of people whose lives and relationships had been devastated because the loved one was an alcoholic or drug addict. To help herself and others like her, she co-founded Al-Anon in 1951.
The end.
Hey,
Time for
you
a
want
joke.
drink? No thanks, I'm allergic. What? What happens when you drink? Oh, well, you know how some people break out in a rash? I break out in handcuffs. Hello, I'm Professor Anthony Atkins. Today I'll be telling you more about AA. In 1937, counted the fellowship will find yourself thinking about drinking most of your day? Are you tired of people saying you have a problem? Do you want to quit drinking today? Then order Lose the Booze. Just apply a quarter-size amount to each elbow at night before you go to sleep. To increase potency, apply a small amount to the tip of your nose. Lose the Booze works through these application steps, decrease the desire to drink, and increase happiness. So buy Lose the Booze today to turn your life around. Buy today and get a free set of Ginsu knives. Lose the Booze has been known to cause blindness, infertility, dry mouth, and heart failure. In some cases, it has caused death. Lose the Booze has shown measurable results in 1 in 1 million trials. To the can. We'll figure it out. Then the limeade. Then add your 7-Up. And add as many strawberries as you want. Flip it over and blend. Hold on. Straw and enjoy.
Hi, I'm JJ Burkhardt for About.com. Many people struggling with alcohol dependency and abuse seek out Alcoholics Anonymous meetings for support and knowledge on recovery. It can be very intimidating to walk into an AA meeting for the first time. In this video, I will explain some common aspects of AA meetings so that someone seeking help will have a basic understanding of what they might expect. First of all, how does one find an AA meeting? Most phone books will have a listing for a local information office, simply listed under Alcoholics Anonymous. You can also go to aa.org and click on the How to Find AA Meetings tab for a list of AA offices and phone numbers in your desired area. There are several main styles of meeting. While each group is autonomous, many follow similar meeting formats. Meetings often take place in churches, schools, and hospitals. Most are open to anyone who feels they may have a problem with alcohol, and they all operate on a principle of anonymity, which means that those who attend are expected to keep everything that is shared, including names of attendees, to themselves. Many begin with someone reading the AA preamble. This is a short document that describes AA's mission and explains that the only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. Following the AA preamble, an AA member may introduce him or herself and read another document called How It Works. How It Works is an excerpt from the AA book that explains the 12 steps that make up the core of the AA program. Most meetings offer participants an opportunity to introduce themselves. However, it is not required for you to speak or ID yourself at all. You can simply say, I pass. For those that choose to, people often identify themselves by stating their first name and saying that they are an alcoholic. One common meeting format is the speaker meeting. A speaker meeting features one or more recovering alcoholics speaking about their personal experiences. The general guideline for AA speakers is to discuss what it was like as an active alcoholic, what happened to change their situation to one of recovery from alcoholism, and what their life is like now that they are sober. Another common meeting format is the discussion meeting. In this format, participants typically sit around in one large group or several smaller groups and go around the circle taking turns discussing a topic. Often the topic of the discussion comes from a short reading at the beginning of the meeting. Other times, whoever is leading that particular meeting may discuss a situation related to recovery from alcoholism that they have recently experienced. Regardless of the topic lead, groups are usually very flexible in what each person discusses, as long as it relates to recovery from alcoholism. Another common meeting style is the Big Book Study Group. The Big Book is a common name used by AA members to refer to the foundational text of AA, a blue-bound book called Alcoholics Anonymous. This book explains in great detail the 12-step program of AA and contains many personal first-hand accounts of people who recovered using the program. Another common meeting format is the step meeting. In step meetings, people discuss one of the 12 steps. Meetings typically last about 1 hour and end with the reciting of the Serenity Prayer or another prayer. Depending on where you live, there may be dozens of AA meetings each week. There are AA meetings in every U.S. state and many other countries around the world, frequented by people of all ages and from all walks of life. Hopefully this brief overview of Alcoholics Anonymous meetings takes some of the fear and anxiety out of walking into your first meeting. Thanks for watching. To learn more, visit us on the web at health.about.com.
Let me ask you some questions.
Okay, Doc.
How often do you have a drink that contains alcohol?
Gosh, like 4 times a day?
And how many drinks containing alcohol do you have typically in one day that you're drinking?
10 or more?
Okay, how often do you have 6 or more drinks on one occasion?
Probably every day.
Yikes. How often during the year have you found that you're not able to stop drinking once you've started?
Gosh, I'm really never able to stop once I start.
I see. How often during the year... Catherine, I think alcohol has become a problem for you. I'd like you to refer you to Alcoholics Anonymous. You will find other people there that struggle with alcohol. This is a disease and should be taken seriously. Why don't you try the meeting at First Presbyterian Saturday at 10 a.m.?
Okay, Doc, if you think it'll be best.
I do.
Review, interview.
Quick review, Anna.
Yes, Sarah?
Why is AA needed?
Alcoholics need support to overcome their addictions.
Well, how do you start the group?
Weren't you listening? It's already in existence and has been for 70 years. Just choose a group and attend.
Got it. Well, what's the goal of the group?
Basically just to keep each other sober.
Makes sense. Do you anticipate there being any issues with this group?
I see attendance as an issue. I went to the AA group, and the members stressed that if you don't attend and keep in touch with your sponsor, you won't be successful. He contributed great importance to the supportive, encouraging community that holds you accountable to sobriety.
Got it. Well, what kind of techniques does this group use?
It really boils down to 12 traditions and 12 steps. They believe in the importance of realizing your own powerlessness and relying on each other and a higher power.
Makes sense. What are the roles of each group member?
I think sponsoring and or being sponsored is one role of group members. They also support each other in weekly meetings.
Got it. Okay, what ethical considerations should people be aware of?
I think confidentiality is important in this group, as it is in any therapy group. It's called anonymous for a reason. People shouldn't be stigmatized by their acceptance of their weakness in or outside of groups.
Okay. What problems do you see related to the growth of each members in the group stages?
Alcoholics Anonymous isn't like a group that has the same stages of progress towards their end goal. They don't start at the same time or end at the same time. They're all at different stages in their goal of sobriety. So it's very important that the older members and the people who have been more successful in the program take the younger members under their wings.
That makes sense. Okay. What is the theoretical basis for the curriculum of the curriculum? Okay, let's do that one again. What is the theoretical basis of the curriculum developed by AA?
It's all based on the Big Book, which is basically testimonies of people who this has worked for in the past.
Okay. Well, thanks for sitting down with me, Anna. Apart from your visit to the AA meeting, where have you received knowledge about AA?
Funny you ask.